Okay, we are ready to put the end diamond on the cinch. I've got about 8.5 feet of 2-ply here, and what I'm going to do is put the two ends together just like that and come around behind the cinch, put one end on either side of that third strand of cord. And I'm going to pull that through, keeping the ends together. And then this strand, the one that's toward the outside edge of the cinch, is going to go across and back around behind, so it kind of wraps around that third strand. Going to even up the ends again, like that, and make sure that that's the same amount. There we go. That's how it starts. Now to continue from there, we're going to leapfrog. Take the strand that is closest to the outside edge of the cinch, this one here. It's going to go across the second strand of cord and behind the third strand. Across the third strand of cord behind the fourth strand of cord. Just like that. Snug it down. Now, as we're working that way, we're going to continue working with following the trailing strand, this being the leading strand because that's the way we're going. And this one is going to go over the fourth strand of cord and behind the fifth strand of cord. And we'll continue leapfrog fashion across. Each time you do a leapfrog, make sure these strands of detail yarn are hanging down parallel. Don't let them cross like that, or you'll get in trouble. If they're parallel, then you do the leapfrog, everything will be just fine. I'm going to go all the way across, just like that. Across until we get to the third strand in, and we're ready to turn around now. This is how we make the turn. Take the one strand that got there first, pull it up, over, and across, and I'm just going to park it there for a second, like that. And this one is going to go over that way, behind that third strand of cord, and out below, like that. Now we'll let this come back down, sort these out again so that they're parallel, and we pull up on the outside strand, down on the inside strand. That locks this turnaround in place. Now we start back. This time, since we're going this way, this is the trailing strand, this is the leading strand. The trailing strand leapfrogs over one and under one. Just work our way back. Again, making sure that these are parallel and not crossed. Not crossed like that, but parallel in between each leapfrog. Work our way back, and we're going to just keep going back and forth. Each time, though, we get to the edge, we're going to stop short one strand. So here we are. Rather than going all the way to the edge, we're going to stop right there and do our turn. So it signals over here. I'll park it there for a second. This one goes around, wraps from the outside, back out and underneath. Then we bring them back to the front so they're parallel. Pull up on the outside, down on the inside, and start back. back those a little bit. And once again, we're going to stop one short of the edge and do our turn. This goes over, this comes around, back out, and back to where they're parallel, up on the outside, down on the inside, and start back. And we continue in this fashion, dropping a strand each time we turn around. This is what creates our little pyramid shape. Now we're ready to turn again. Start back. And once again, we'll turn, dropping one strand. Another turn. Turn. Start back. These are getting narrower each time. We've got coming close to the point here. Now we're straddling the middle strand here, so we do a final turn. And we're going to wrap from the right-hand strand 3 times around this center strand of cord. Now I'm going to take my Berry King lacer tool here, run up from the bottom, near the bottom, not all the way to the bottom, thread that in, and we're going to get that in the eye there. Now I'll start to pull it down, but before I pull it all the way down, I'm going to tighten these wraps up by pulling this over to the right, snugging it down just a little bit. Hold with my finger on the back of it so it doesn't slip, and just pull that down until it's snug. You don't want to pull too tight or that point will collapse. Now this other strand I'm going to tuck down the one just to the left. So that goes under all of these wraps. Come up the top. Thread that and pull it through. And there we're ready to trim our ends off.